Hello my fellow miraculars. So today is actually kind of a special day for me because as of today, I'm now 20 years old. As of today, April 2nd, this is actually for you guys it's going to be yesterday, for me it's today. And tonight, to celebrate, I'm going to be going out to dinner with some of my closest friends, and sadly I'm not going to vlog that, but I thought, you know what, let's do a quick get ready with me. It is currently 12:46 in the afternoon. I know that's a little early, especially since it's going to be a dinner with my friends, but whatever. So anyway, let's just get into the get ready with me. Okay, so now my hair looks a little weird, but that's because I'm going to be straightening it, and my flattening iron is now heated up. So I'm basically just going to flat iron my hair, starting at the back on this side, and then when I'm done with it, I'm going to take this out, tie this up again, and get started with that side too. So, time lapse. Okay guys, so this is kind of the finished product with my hair at least. I'm still gonna be doing my makeup, which I'm gonna be walking you guys through with. So if you ever want to try my makeup routine, then this is where you might want to follow along. So let's get into the makeup. Okay, so I pulled my hair back, and yes, it looks a little weird, especially like right there, but oh well. I just like to pull my hair out of my face for when I do my makeup. So basically, the first thing I use is my primer, which is an e.l.f. blemish control because I have acne prone skin, and this just kind of helps me to make sure that my makeup will not only stay on, but it won't clog my pores. So I'm just going to start with putting like little dots all over my face, nose, on my lip, chin, a couple on the cheek, and just use my fingers and just rub it in. So I'm gonna quickly time lapse that real quick. So now that my primer is on, I'm going to move on to foundation, and I use this Tarte foundation in the shade Porcelain Beige, and I just take a little, screw off the cap, shake it a little bit, squeeze a little bit, put it on the back of my hand, and then using my ever handy beauty blender, I dip it in and then just start putting it all over my face. And I also put some on my ear and down my neck because gotta blend it, and we don't want a little red ear. So I'm gonna time lapse this, and I'll be right back. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to concealer, and I use the Tarte Shape Tape in the color Fair Beige, and I'm just going to start putting this under my eyes, kind of like this, in like a upside down triangle on both sides. I put a little bit on my eyelid too, to not only act as not just a eye primer, but also to help with the discoloration because I didn't put any foundation on my eyes. And I also put some on my nose and pretty much anywhere where I'm going to put highlight. So I'm just going to put this in everywhere I highlight, here, and on the side, on my jawline, and a little more on my forehead because I like to put a lot up here. So I'm going to cut to a time lapse to blend this out, and I will see you guys back in a bit. Okay, so next I'm going to powder my face and lock everything what I did down, just like James Charles, Lovey Sister. And I'm gonna use the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Powder in the shade Neutral. and I use the Morphe M339, and I dip it in, tap the excess off, and then just pat this all over my face. So, time lapse again. Okay, so next I'm gonna do my brows, and what I use is this e.l.f. Pencil with a little spoolie to help really help frame my face. So I'm just going to flick up, just all the way through, and then brush with my natural brow to get it into this kind of shape. And then I take the pencil part and I just naturally just flick to just fill it in very lightly, since my eyebrows are already pretty dark. But it doesn't hurt to add just it's gonna define them just a little bit. And that's kind of what they would look like. I don't know if they make much of a difference on camera, but that's kind of how I do it. So next up, okay, so next I'm gonna be contouring to really like snatch the jawbones and pretty much anywhere where I want to add just a little bit more dimension to the face, because obviously I'm pretty flat now. So I'm going to be using this e.l.f. contour kit, and I'm going to use this color right here, which obviously I know I'm running out of, but I'm going to take this fluffy brush, since I really don't want it to be that harsh, and I find that using harder brushes tends to make it very sharp, and I really don't want it to be that sharp. So I'm just going to lightly just, my brush should just below my cheekbones on both sides, on my forehead, and then I'm going to take a smaller brush and do the sides of my nose as well. So I will time lapse that, and I'll get back to you in just a second. So now that my contour is all on, I'm going to move on to blush. And I have this Ulta blush kit that I got a couple years back, and it still works really well. But I'm just gonna use this pink color in the color Gilded. And I'm gonna take this big fluffy brush, and I'm just going to pack it on this brush, tap off the excess, and then just put it just on the apple of my cheeks to just give it just a little wash of color, because you can't go wrong with color. And then after this, it's gonna be eyeshadow, which is honestly my favorite part. And I get to use my favorite palette that I have. Whoops. So now that my blush is all on, let's get on to eyeshadow. Okay, so now we're on to eyeshadow. And for this look, I'm gonna be using the James Charles X Morphe palette that I got this last Christmas, along with some of the other brushes that I've been using. And as you can see, I've been using this quite a bit. So basically, I'm gonna try and do like this really natural smoky eye. So basically, I'm going to start with this brush, which is a deluxe crease brush, and I'm gonna dip it into this light brown color. Sorry, James, I don't know all the colors. I'm just gonna lightly dip it in there. I'm just gonna put this in my crease, just like this. Dip it in again, and do the same thing to the other side. Next, I'm going to use this like little flat fluffy brush, and I'm going to dip it into this dark gold color just over here, this like coppery gold color that's very metallic and sparkly, which for me, gotta love some sparkle. And I'm just gonna put this on the middle and outer corners, and just really like pack it on there. And again, same thing over here. Next, I'm going to take this little tiny brush, and I'm going to dip it into this gold, this lighter gold color. I'm just going to pack it on here. And then put this in my inner corners. And then next I'm going to take this little angled brush, and I'm going to dip it into that first color I used. And I'm going to put this on the lower lash line. Just like this. And I'm going to take my little blending brush, and I'm just going to blend, so far just blend everything I have together so far, and I'm going to add one more color to the inner corner. And I'm going to take this very flat brush, which is from Morphe, and I'm going to dip it into this like darker brown color. And very lightly, I'm going to add just a little V to the outer corners to create some dimension. And I am going to be cleaning up a little bit because it did make a little bit of a mess, so I'm going to use a little bit of concealer to just clean that up. Because as you can see, since I didn't have any tape on hand, and I don't really ever use tape, but other than that, this is pretty much like what the eyeshadow will look like before I add any kind of eyeliner. So anyway, I'm going to clean this up and I'll be right back. Okay, so now that all of that is cleaned up, I'm going to move on to eyeliner, and for that I'm going to use this L'Oreal Paris telescopic eyeliner that I picked up from Ulta a few weeks ago. And it's in the color Black or Noir. Ooh, Cat Noir. And I'm just going to create like an Ariana Grande or like Gabriella DiMartino kind of wing. And I'm going to time lapse that, and I will be right back. Okay, so I'm almost done with my eyes, and so my last step for my eyes, since I don't use any kind of like fake lashes, I actually just skipped straight to mascara. And I pretty much just use this CoverGirl Full Lash Bloom. And I just obviously take it off. I just like take the tip and I kind of just like get it off because I don't want to actually like poke myself and then there'd be like a big black dot just somewhere randomly on my face. And so I'm just going to do my eyelashes. So I'm going to time lapse this because this might be a little tedious. Okay, so next I'm going to do highlighter, which I've already used this to help bring it out and help it stick more, which is and it was the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. And I'm going to take my James Charles X Morphe palette again. I'm going to take this color Ring Light and this color, which I forgot the name of, as usual. I'm going to mix them together, and I'm just going to put it on the same places where I used the put my concealer earlier. So I'm going to time lapse that, and I'll be right back. So now I'm going to actually blend my highlighter and my blush together using the trick that I learned from James Charles, which is taking this shimmery like rosy pink color and just very lightly just put it in between the highlight and the blush, nicely blending it together. So luckily I don't need to really time lapse this because it's very simple and I only need to do it twice. And so that's kind of what it would look like. It probably didn't make much of a difference to you guys, but I can definitely see a difference in person. So anyway, let's move on to the next step. Now, the next step is the lips. And I'm gonna use this lipstick, this like nude lipstick right here. And I'm just gonna apply this as normal. And then I have one more thing I'm gonna do to the lips to help it pop a little more. And maybe this will be a good trick for you guys. If you ever like want to have a little bit bolder nude and you don't have the colors for it. So obviously this is what it would look like just like this. However, I'm actually not going to be stopping there. I'm actually going to add a little bit of a red liquid lipstick from Revlon. And very lightly, I'm going to put just little dots on the bottom lip. And rubbing it together. And if you want to add a little more, which sometimes I do, then add a little bit to the top. And just blend them together. And it just helps it pop a little more. Just adding just that little bit of red, a bold red. And so I'm just going to finish it off with my Morphe setting mist. And take the hair tie out, part it where I like it, and brush out my hair again. Put on my glasses, and this is what I'm going to look like tonight. So I'm going to cut and put on my outfit for tonight, and I will be right back. So this is my outfit for tonight. I just have this floral, I would say kind of boho shirt, even though I don't really usually wear shirts that are really boho. Then I have these nice shorts that I got for my 16th birthday, and I actually got this shirt probably like 2 weeks ago. And then I got these shoes, which I got off of Amazon, and they're really cute. And then I also have this ladybug necklace, which you really can't see on here. But I got this last year as a birthday gift from my best friend Tina, who will actually be joining my birthday dinner tonight. So anyway, I will see you guys next time, and I promise the next one will be a texting story. So bye!